Alright guys, we're back in Apex Legends, and today in this video is I try to come up with another video for Monster Hunter. It was more like a showing my layers, but I wanted to talk. I didn't want to like not talk and then put text because I rather explain things than not tell you guys or stuff like that. But we're in Apex, and I'm going to talk about Bloodhound's ultimate and the passive his passive abilities, so or his his skill tree, whatever you want to call it, stuff like that. And I can actually tell you about it, at least a little bit. I'm not like thorough. Again, I'm not thorough. I've only played at least 3 games. Actually three games with my friend, maybe 4. We played 3 yesterday. Actually, it was actually last night. Maybe 2 or 3, maybe two games at most, and then the other game that was a while back. And I have my opinions on his ultimate. So um, yeah. So what do I initially think about his ultimate? Right, his Bloodhound ultimate. It's good. I wouldn't say it's great. It's not terrible. Like I mentioned in my other video for Apex about like, is it good? Is it bad? It's okay. What I figured out recently is that the enemy team can go invisible with your ultimate. So in a recent game, yesterday, it was last night, playing with my bros. Uh, me and me and a friend hit my brother's friend. We were fighting a team, pushing up on a locale, or a POI, point of interest. And my ultimate, I put it down like next to or like a corner, because or like something like this. And then like you get up into the advantage up here, and I was able to shoot them right here. And my buddy was like over here, like over here, like you were pretending like this is a wall here, a wall here. Then it's on Storm Point, and it's in one POI, I can't remember, with the giant like spinning turbine, kind of like a spin slow as that POI. I don't remember the name, but I think you guys can get that picture. And apparently the enemy can actually go invisible in his ultimate, which I never knew that. I knew about that. That was new to me when we were playing that game. And but the invisibility, my friend told me about, that they don't last as long as you do. So it's a little bit, it lasts for a good bit, probably for them, but not as long as for us. For me and for my allies that are in Bloodhound's ultimate. So there's a bonus for that, but that's a downside too, because you can basically you're basically screwing yourself over in terms of Bloodhound's ultimate. So you're better off being farther away from the enemy team instead of just up close and personal with them, because that means that you put them at a somewhat advantage too, putting the entire enemy team is almost invisible, and then putting yourself and your entire team in jeopardy. Even though the ultimate lasts longer in your on your team side instead of the enemy teams, but it's still I regard it from putting it anywhere near enemy teams. I think you put it better off somewhere in the middle or somewhere a bit farther. Sure, your ultimate won't last long, so you have to have your positioning and timing with the ultimate, with Bloodhound. So there's that. Um, and the passives, so the ultimate skills and stuff, right? Let me get to that. Let me show you. So if I can do all this, right?
I've leveled up.
So if you go to
I should choose an upgrade
the
too,
hidden sight
as
and the
Voldo
true
says.
predator, so that'd be your
Partay.
cloaking, the recloaking.
I've chosen an upgrade.
Those are pretty.
As Voldo
Let's
would
just
say.
pick up a random gun, right? Those are pretty. Pretty low. So cloak. You do ultimate cloak. To your enemy reload, reposition, right, and then you're visible. Do it again. Position. Just pepper and like it's a hit and run pretty much. So you're playing Bloodhound as a hit and run character in terms of his ultimate and his skill tree, his passives. So the hidden is true sight. That's what you would run for, and then the true predator, because I guess those would be your 2 picks pretty much overall in most games, or I should pretty much every game. Not most games, every game. So every game, literally every game, because those are probably his 2 best perks out of the hunter and the bird eye. which are kind of niche. And if you go for those, that's fine. That's completely fine. That's up to you. That's your decision as a Bloodhound player. Uh, but for me, playing Bloodhound for so many for playing Bloodhound for so much in Apex. Those are the two perks that you would run all the time. So Hidden Sight and the True Predator. So there's that. So the benefits are good. So his passives are good. I will say that their passives are good. I won't go far as say it's great, but it's good. I don't want to go too high on it and say like, oh, it's great. Like it's OP, right? Maybe it is OP. Probably because I don't use it. I don't. Again, I'm not playing Apex enough for the season, obviously, but it's good. It's good. His passives are good. That's the bone. Those are the thumbs up right there. The downside to it, I guess, is just morally to his ultimate. That's really it. I'm seeing people, I'm seeing like shorts on my YouTube stuff, and saying Bloodhound's he's okay in the season. He's not, because you don't want to make a Legend 2 broken, and then it defeats the whole purpose of keeping the game somewhat balanced and not having a overpowered Legend dominate the game for a whole season or even like maybe half the season. That's the whole point EA is trying to stick around with, right? Yeah. So that's what they're trying to do. So Bloodhound, yeah, he's okay. So he'll probably get buffs later in the season for his ultimate. If not, then most people, it seems that what I'm seeing, that people prefer his old ultimate, which I also do prefer his old ultimate, where you have increased movement speed, you can see people in the dark. Your ultimate, they're highlighted in red for you, right? That was the true hunter of Bloodhound's ultimate, and that people seem to prefer that ultimate better in terms of the cloak because we all know why exactly. So, but the cloak, I'd say it's yeah, the cloak again. The cloak is a situational, and it's more about your positioning and where you set up your cloak. So it's like any other legend like Rampart, where you set up your walls, position them where high ground at best, or like you can take a point and then hold it, or like any kind of defender character like Watson, or like just any legend in terms of like where you're at in the game, fighting in the arena or the map the yeah, but yeah, Bloodhound's old one it's okay. I wouldn't go far to say it's great. It's not terrible. I'm saying the same words, but yeah, that's all I can think of in terms of words. Like but he'll probably get a buff later at some point with his ultimate being a little bit better. It's like maybe he's not getting he might be able to go fully invisible like Mirage, but maybe not. That probably be a bit too, I guess maybe too strong. And I guess that's for me in terms of as a Bloodhound character player, not character player. Because yeah, Mirage can go invisible, and then if you make Bloodhound and his entire team go invisible, you're basically fighting Bloodhounds everywhere with a Bloodhound, having the whole entire team on each team invisible. And it's pretty much just a firefight to whoever, hits who. And you can't tell who's where and where everyone's at pretty much. Like that's kind of going to be the annoying part about it. So if you were to make him like completely invisible, I could see that being a problem and pretty annoying for most players, especially. So there's that. So, but I played like 3 games with my friends, 2 last night, and the other game that was with them. And that's why I'm making this video, because this is literally why I was trying to. I didn't want to make a video where I throw it out and say like, oh, it's great, it's OP. But what do I think? I'm okay with it. I don't necessarily like it because it's kind of not what I intended, but like, this is from a game developer's point of view. I'm just, someone sending a message or just seeing what you guys think about his ultimate. Maybe you guys have a better use, have better positioning than I am playing Bloodhound. Like you would find like yourself in a you can make a rotation with Bloodhound's ultimate. Turn invisible, make the entire team invisible, and then go somewhere like
We
over
should
there.
continue there.
Rotate there, or like rotate up there, or rotate into that building
We
over there,
should
right?
continue there.
Like you were stuck in like a 3v4, like a 4 on, like a third party, or like more teams are concluding into the zone, right? So you can make a rotation with Bloodhound, since he's a recon character, and you know he's able to scan while he's invisible, and they can't tell where he's at. Or you can, um, play more. pretty much you're just playing as a tactical role for Bloodhound. Like that's the whole point of his kit. That's the whole point of what he does. You know, you scan the map, you relocate, take a fight. You know, pretty that's pretty normal Apex stuff, right? That's pretty a lot of those terms like reposition. You know, retake point or hold a zone somewhere where you have the advantage over your enemy and things like that. So there's more to this game. This game is complicated. Okay, if like for first time people, then it's a little difficult. But once you get the hang of it, it's not as bad as you think it is. Yes, it's definitely sweaty. It's definitely harder than most battle royales out there, and it's one of the more competitive ones. But it's an amazing game overall. It's very fun, and I'm just give it a shot. See if you like it. I definitely do. So. But that's all. That's really all I have for Bloodhound. His ultimate. So it's okay. I don't necessarily hate it. I don't necessarily love it. But it's just the game. It's just how it is. Uh, Maybe if we do play some more Apex for this season, if I decide to, I might try to because I want to get those his 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 what do you call them? That's not banners, but like or I guess you could call them like banners for your no, not banners, but like the emblem things for your banner, or the kills and the wins stuff. Like I might try doing that. But in terms of what this season is for Bloodhound, I think he's okay. He's probably like mid tier at most. He'll probably be probably like an A tier legend if he gets buffed. So probably like an A, like up high A's. No S's obviously, because uh, we all know if I put up S and then it's gonna be like that. Oh, this is a made up tier, but I think if they give him a buff somewhere later in the season, or maybe halfway through the season, he'll probably be like an A tier legend. So that's pretty decent. I'm okay with it. If they do something with his ultimate that's uh, somewhat better in terms of what it is now, then I think he'll be a pretty solid recon legend in the meta, like a mixed team meta, stuff like that. But this, we're not talking about the meta. So, but in terms of what it is,
Hide in the Allfather's
that's
cloak.
kind of where I'm at right now. So I feel pretty much in the middle of his ultimate. Like I'm okay with it. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but it's just it's okay at best. So, but it probably could be really strong. Again, depending on where you're at in the map, you rotate where you position yourself in a fight, and it could be really strong. So but for me, I'm hardly any of those words at all. I'm just your casual, average Apex player, uh, stuff like that, and yeah. But that's kind of it. Because yeah, this is just my little video. So, but if you guys want more stuff like this, let me know down in the comments down below. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you guys want more stuff, and I will see you all next time.